Oh gosh, my hair. Hey guys, what's up? It's Nicole. Welcome back to my channel, Real Talk. Oh God. Welcome back to my channel, Real Talk Recovery, where we talk about recovery from addiction and I share my life with you. So, what's up, everybody? Happy Monday. Happy Monday. I hope you guys are getting a getting a good solid start to your week. I know I am. I was working my butt off today. Tired, my back's killing me. Me and Nate just got back from the park. That's why I was a little late jumping on. So sorry about that. I do apologize. Hey, Courtney. Hey, Megan. Hey, Merk. So, yeah, I just wanted to jump on and chit chat with you guys for a little bit. So, um, step 3, made a decision to turn our will and our lives over to the care of God as we understood Him. Hey, Aaron. So, step 3, made a decision to turn our will and our lives over to the care of God as we understood Him. Hey, everyone. Hey, Amy. Just got back out of a program. Megan, it's okay. I'm glad that you went and got into a program, though, girl. Oh, man. Why did. That's okay. That's okay. Listen, I'm just upset because I noticed that you weren't coming around, but this is my thing. It's like, I thought maybe you were working a lot, because of the holidays. I feel, please text me, Megan. Please text me right now. Please, right now. So I'll have your phone number. I think I programmed it, but I'm not sure. My number is 501 991 5149. Well, that's my Real Talk Recovery number. Oh, you know my real number, though. So you can text my real number. I just put the wrong number in the damn chat. I'm such an idiot. 5149. Okay, there we go. What happened, girl? What happened? Tell us what happened, Megan. Tell us what happened. Okay. So, how long did you have sober? We were at like 6 months, maybe? Yeah, or 90 days. I can't remember, but I know you were working on a good amount of time. Um, damn. Man, I wish I would have known that you were going through that. I would have wrote you while you were in there, girl. I would have wrote you and I would have sent you a care package. But like Merck said, you're still here. Thank God. And see, okay, so let's talk about this. Okay. So this happens to people, you guys. I used to relapse all the freaking time. Um, and some people might even argue and say, well, Nicole, you're on Suboxone, so it's a lot easier for you not to relapse. I've heard that before. And this is what I have to say to that. Okay. If I was just an opiate addict and I wasn't shooting methamphetamine and taking Xanaxes and smoking cocaine and shooting cocaine, then I might agree with that a little bit. But for me, I'd get high on anything. It was a little over 90 days. Okay. Oh man. Well, listen to me, Megan. It's what's done is done. Can't beat yourself up over it. I just wish I knew you were struggling. You know what I mean? I wish you had reached out to me and let me know that you were having a hard time. Because I would have been here for you. So what was it that what happened? Like, did somebody at your work have dope, or were you working too many hours? Remember, because the last time we talked, you had been working a bunch, and I was like, are you going to regular meetings? Are you working your steps? Are you doing anything else besides just going to work and staying at home with your husband? I saw it coming. I was getting lazy and chasing adrenaline, rushing and shit starts with Xanax. Then it went back to dope again. Oh, girl, I'm the same way. I'm the same way. If I take a Xanax, it's going down. Hey, Avalon. If I take a Xanax, it's going down. Like if I take a Xanax, count me out because I'm going to get high. You know what I mean? Like I cannot turn around from that point. Once I take Xanax, it literally takes me down through there. It really does, Merc. It's the gateway because Xanax gets you so loosey goosey. You're like, fuck rehab, fuck 12 steps, fuck sobriety. you know? Me too, Apache Wolf. I used to listen to me. I was prescribed Xanax from the time I was 20 something till like 25 or 26. The whole time I worked at the revenue office. Okay, I didn't do meetings and I wasn't reaching out. I was just working and staying home with my husband. Isolation has to do with depression and PTSD. I do it also. Hey, Sierra. If I take Xanax, I'll see you next year. I'll wake up married and in Texas with 2 more kids. Yeah, same. Only I'm the kind of person that like when I do Xanax bars, I'll literally like steal everything in the Walmart. Like you better nail this shit down because I'm coming through, baby. I'm coming through and I'm doing a sweep. Hey, Cassie. Um, there's nothing that it's okay to have a struggle. It's okay to struggle, but like you know what you got to do. You got to look back at your relapse, Megan, and you got to say, just like you said, I knew it was coming because I wasn't doing anything. I was just white knuckling it. Okay. Um, and that's what we try to do. A lot of I know because I did the same exact thing. I would get sober and then I would stay at home and I would think if I just lock myself away in my house and I never leave, I'm going to stay sober. Hey, Deb. Hey, Derek. Okay. Go to Target and have fun. Buy lots of stuff. I have a little over 3 now. I AMA because I didn't want to be there for the holidays and was planning on doing Vivitrol, but come to find out my insurance doesn't cover it. Yeah, Megan. It's very expensive. You can always get on Suboxone, girl, or why don't you go get on Suboxone? Um, Because if you keep on relapsing, Megan, you're going to end up overdosing and dying, girl. If you get on the Suboxone clinic, then you'll have accountability, you'll have a therapist, and you'll go to meetings at the doctor's office, at the clinic. I'm telling you, girl, like, I know that a lot of people look down or they're like, I'm not going to get on Suboxone because I don't want to be dependent on another medication. And I understand those feelings. But I'd rather be dependent on another medication than to be dead in the grave. And if you keep on relapsing on heroin, you're going to die. That's what's going to happen. Sierra, yeah, I take mine as prescribed every morning and have no problems with it at all. Hey, Bella. I got put on naltrexone. How does that working? I've never been on naltrexone before. It's supposed to help also with blocking it, but I don't know how it does with cravings or whatever. It would make me feel drunk basically and then go to sleep. Hey, Bama. I don't want to, girl, it just makes me worry. Like, this is what I think. I think that a lot of people can benefit from medically assisted treatment because they can get on the medication, then they can get stable in their recovery and they can build a support system. And then when they're ready, they can start tapering, you know? Oh, for sure. With me being disabled, you got to learn to get a sense of humor real fast. Hey, Sabitha. Hey, Liz. It's too much of a risk for me, especially having my little boy. Like, I know, excuse me, guys. I know if I take my medication in the morning, like, I'm going to be good, you know? If I keep fucking up, he's done. I don't know why. I just got it today. Oh, okay. Well, let me know how it works for you, girl. And if it doesn't work, then just go get on Suboxone. Quit tripping. Quit tripping. You know what I mean? You can always taper down, and you taper low and slow, and just take your time. What would happen if you didn't take it? If I didn't take Suboxone every day, after about 3 days, I'd be sick as hell, girl. Sick as hell. Relapse is more deadly than just using most of the time. That tolerance goes down and you overdose because you don't realize how low your tolerance is. That's true. Sheena said she actually saw what we were telling her, that she was high when she dosed. She's on Suboxone now. Bama, really? That's awesome. And you know what, Bama? Bama's been with me for a long time, you guys. She's been with me since I first started my channel back 2 years ago, 2017. And there was a girl that I used to watch, and she was on methadone. And nothing against methadone, because I have lots of friends that are on methadone and it helps them, right? But this girl would dose her methadone and she was so fucked up. And she would record herself on YouTube and put videos up on methadone and benzos, I think, mixed together. But still, it was horrible, you guys. It was horrible. Yes, crazy legs. Because I can. Why are you doing that, boy? Because I can. That's my Derek. I love him. We need to get Derek to make Because I Can sweatshirts, t-shirts, and hoodies. For how long would I be sick? I don't know. I've never jumped off of it before. But just like a regular, I think if you taper down, like when I get down to my lowest point on my taper and I jump, I'll document it for you guys so you'll be able to see. But I've heard some people say that they got down to like 0.25 milligrams. They jumped off and they had minimal withdrawals and they did great. Then I hear other people who tell me that it was the most horrible thing that they've ever went through. And then I hear other people that tell me, so it's like different for everybody, you know what I mean? I had an old neighbor on methadone. Sorry, guys, I can't read your comment. I just lost him. I had an old neighbor on methadone. She was very lively, to put it politely. Hi, everyone. Hey, Ryan. Oh, he is crazy as all hell, Crazy Legs. I know. You ain't got to tell me nothing. I don't watch that fool. Ha ha, Sierra. I could talk for hours when I was abusing methadone. Yeah. Me too. Hey, Classy. Hey, y'all. Classy made a channel. Go subscribe to her channel. Classy, when are you going to come on the channel, though? I want to see you on the channel. Well, that's what I thought too, Bella, at first, but no, I don't. For me, I don't think so, because the inevitable would have been I would have relapsed right away and lost custody of my son. So now I'm just tapering slowly but surely. I'm getting ready to take baby see Santa. Oh, Courtney, that'll be fun. That will be really fun. You know, some people use maintenance medication and they stay on it for the rest of their life too, you guys. And so that's also a possibility for some addicts. Some addicts, you guys, I'm on methadone for pain, just detox off fentanyl. Good job, Crazy Legs. I'm proud of you. They saved my life. Suboxone saved my life, you guys. It saved my life. And here's the thing, and I want you guys to think about it, because I've thought about all these things that you're asking. I thought the same thing. Like, I'm just going to have to go through withdrawal later on, right? Please, Megan, please text me, okay? Please, girl. Love you. I thought the same thing. All right. I thought, I'm just going to have to go through withdrawal eventually. But I'm telling you something, Bella, those 4 years that I've been on Suboxone, that I've been like learning about the disease of addiction, that I've been able to get my life stable. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? I could not have done that just cold turkey out here trying to work my recovery. And the reason I say I couldn't have done it is because every time that I've tried to, I fucking relapsed. Okay. And what happened this time was when my son was taken from me, I could not relapse. If I did, they were going to terminate my rights. I had already been to treatment 5 times. I'd already been to prison 1 time. And they told me, they said, what makes this time different? Why are we supposed to trust you? Why would we give you back this beautiful child who you weren't even taking care of in the first place? You know what I'm saying? And so that's why I think it's really important. Like, not everybody's recovery, and this is so important, you guys. It's not black and white for a lot of people. A lot of people have so many different circumstances playing into their recovery and around it. Like, me and my husband were both trying to get sober at the same time, which that just doubles the chances of us not succeeding. Do you know what I'm saying? That makes it even harder when you're trying to get sober with the one person that you shot dope with for years. It's hard. And so being on Suboxone is giving me so much, it's giving me the ability to get stable in my life. I don't think I would have been able to do it if I hadn't been on it. So it was all worth it for me. You know what I mean? It took me 3 weeks locked in my room to get off fentanyl. I believe it. A lot of people have dual diagnosis. Yes, fentanyl kills. It's too dangerous. Absolutely, Sierra. And that's what I think a lot of us deal with is we deal with depression, anxiety, and other mental illnesses. And our brains are never going to be back to the same. Okay, so let me tell you guys something about opiate addicts. When a person abuses opiates for so many years, it changes the chemistry in your brain. Okay, and so your brain's always trying to get back to that homeostasis part. Okay, where it's back to its old self. And so imagine being an opiate addict and getting sober, okay, and not ever feeling like you're whole again. That's what it's like when you are addicted to opiates and you get sober. It's like you're constantly trying to obtain this wholeness, but it's like you're not quite, it's like you're chasing it and you could never catch it. You know what I mean? Real talk, our brain chemistry has changed, whether it's opiates. Yes, I'm serious, as a heart attack. Like, I at first I was like, is this just an excuse for me to like not get sober or whatever, not get off maintenance medication? But it's not. It's not. I'm telling you guys, like I've been I'm just telling you the truth. I would never lie to you. Look it up. Look it up. I promise you. If you go and you start reading and like looking in studies and stuff about the disease of addiction, you'll find it. And I know I should probably like start citing stuff where I read it, and I'm going to try to start doing that. But it's just like, it's kind of like when you're forming a bad habit, right? It takes you what, 2 weeks to change a habit or to start a habit. And so, it's not that easy with getting sober. It's because your body is dependent on that drug. Oh, Sierra, I know that's right, girl. Fentanyl, we used to get those patches back in the day, and we would chew them until that gel came out of them, you guys. It was nuts. I can't believe I didn't die doing that stupid ass shit. And I think that, that not feeling quite right, it's just going to be like that. And that's why a lot of people like us can benefit from medications like Suboxone and methadone, because that helps us to feel not like we're just like not whole. It helps us to feel whole again, because I truly think that it plugs in to that missing hole in our brains. You know what I mean? Oh, girl, it was disgusting. I can't believe I did that shit. My friend, my sister's boyfriend John, he was crazy as all hell. They're not together anymore. But hey Marcy. I went over there and I was trying to like watch some of his videos, but I didn't understand what he was talking about over there, Marcy. It's not black and white. Just being a redhead changes things for us, what our body reacts to differently. See, Cassie, my husband's a redhead, so I totally understand. I was on fentanyl patches for a while. Forgot to take it off when I took a shower, and the hot water running on it caused me to black out. Ryan, I'm so glad you're okay. Blue, I did CPR. I tried until his mom called the EMS. Right, Scarecrow, you can OD if you get too hot. That's crazy. I did not know that. You know what? The mutation in our MC1R gene studies have proven, let me see what it says, Cassie. We are prone to be addicts. Really? That's crazy. I did not know that. I'll have to tell my husband that. But I know that he's more sensitive to things than I am. You know what I mean? Yeah, me too. My husband's a little ginger snap. That's what when I first met him, I was like, uh, I used to tell him he was my my little ginger snap. I did not know that if you got too hot that would make you do that, Amy. That's crazy. Isn't it so nuts how like poor Ryan, you guys, he was sick. He had to be on those patches. But like people like me, I was searching for those things. When Nate was born, I was thinking, is he going to be a redhead? Is he going to be a redhead? Hey, Colleen. Yeah, my little ginger snap. Oh, okay. The body heat makes it release fast. I hear you. I hear you. So, what is everybody doing for Christmas? Did any of you guys have anything special planned? If you have something special planned, let me know what you're going to be doing. How many of you guys are like, is everybody doing good with their recovery, or is anyone struggling? Like, this is the thing. Like, when I ask you guys this kind of stuff, if you're struggling, let's talk about it. You know, we used to cut them open and eat the gel. Exactly. Oh, straight zombies. Straight zombies. I used to smoke so many cigarettes. Oh, like now I can't even believe I used to smoke. Like I don't smoke anymore, but I used to smoke so much, you guys, because I was always high on opiates. I would smoke so much that one I caught myself on fire so many times with cigarettes, nodding out like an idiot. You know, when I tell you guys stuff like um when I tell you guys to share how you're doing and like share if you're struggling with your recovery, because you might not realize it, but even just typing it out and saying like, hey, I'm having a hard time, that's acknowledging it. Okay, that is saying, I am telling on my disease. All right. And so that way you're not, even if you're just at your house and you're like, yeah, Nicole, I've been having a hard time with my recovery. Um, you're not hiding it, you know what I mean? And so I think it's really important, you guys, for you to understand that part of the reasons why we relapse is because we're hiding. We're hiding the fact that we're struggling. We're ashamed. We don't want to ask for help. We think we should be able to handle it on our own. You know, I've had a lot of problems at home. I'm old, lived far away, moved back north. It's rough trying to quit drinking. Hey, Sierra, I understand. Hey, Jesse. Jesse's trying to quit smoking. Jesse, girl, I'm telling you, I used to smoke like all the time. I used to do my videos from my garage because I would sit outside and I would smoke cigarettes and do live streams. And one day, my little boy picked up a cigarette butt off the ground and he put it to his mouth and he was like, and I just said, oh my God, I gotta stop. I gotta stop. And so I stopped buying them and I smoked all the ones that I had left. Then I smoked all the butts that I had left. And I quit buying cigarettes. That's how I quit smoking. I just quit buying them. And I haven't smoked in a year. It's a miracle. But I'm telling y'all, I gained like 25 pounds from quitting smoking. But, it is what it is. It is what it is. Letting people know that you're having a hard time or just saying, hey, I'm struggling. I'm going through something right now. It helps to just be able to say that, you guys. And also, like I said before, it's telling on your disease, okay? Your disease is going to tell you that you need to keep it a secret, that you don't need to tell anybody, and that you can't do this, right? I was talking to a lady earlier today, and she was really going through a hard time. And she kept on repeating and saying, "But I failed. I failed every time. I can't do this. I'm never going to do this. I'm never going to get sober." And I was starting to get frustrated because I was like, well, you know what? No, you're not going to get sober if you keep on saying you're not. You know, no, you're not going to if you keep on saying you're not going to. You've got to stop telling yourself that. And you've got to say, you know what? I'm going to make a change. I don't want to live my life like this anymore. I want to have better. I deserve to have better. You know, especially with Christmas, I'm really struggling. This is the first time I've been sick since I stopped drinking. Hey, Colleen. So are you sick like as in a cold? Or are you sick from stopping drinking? I've been having super high anxiety because of the holidays, but I've been finding ways to distract myself to keep it to a minimum, trying to not let things get in my head and tear me down. Good job. That's what you got to do. Find, shoot, you guys, being of service to other people will help you stay sober. Okay. Even if you're early in your recovery, you can do little things like when someone comes here and we're all in the chat, you can be the first person to welcome a newcomer, okay? And that can help somebody else. You know, lifting each other up and giving somebody a positive compliment and saying, "Hey, I just want you to know that I'm thinking of you and I'm praying for you or I'm here for you," you know? It'll help you, man. It'll help you a lot. But you have to not beat yourself down all the time. It's just not going to help at all. Has a good advice channel. I'm supposed to gradually I'll have to check her channel out. I've never watched her channel before. When I quit smoking, when I quit smoking, YouTube videos on quit smoking really helped. Oh, good, Megan. I've been in the hospital. Oh gosh, y'all's comments are going so fast. Hold on. I've been in the hospital and they have me taking over the counter liquid medication and it's triggering me really bad. It's been 5 years now. Oh, well, listen, sis, let them know that. Tell them, like, I've been sober for 5 years and this medication is really making me want to drink. Is it like alcohol-based medication? Yes, Cassie, that's right, girl. We've all struggled one time or another. I know. I love It's Mean, Sierra. I love It's Mean. He cracks me up. Hey, Cindy Briggs. God, why is the bottom of my foot itching? Does that mean anything? I'm glad you guys. Oh gosh, it itches so bad. She's good. I know she's helped a lot of men in the Florida prison system. I'm out now. What? Oh, I messaged her, Sierra. I messaged her on Instagram. I told her she wanted to do an interview. That we could do it. Let me go see if she answered me back because I didn't check. Isn't that funny? I have to go check. Girl, it's like my foot feels like I'm fixing to come up on some money, y'all, because it's itching bad. Okay, so let me get back to what was that question I just was reading? Colleen, talk to the doctors, okay? Let them know that the medication that you're on, let them know that you're a recovering alcoholic, okay? This kind of thing happens, all right? If I was a recovering alcoholic, these are medications I would stay away from. Robitussin, NyQuil, all that kind of stuff. Because it's got like 5% alcohol in it or something. And so, heck yeah, it's going to trigger you. You know what triggered me? Listen to this. Y'all want to hear a story? It just happened the other day. Gather round, gather round. I think Cindy was on my phone when it happened. Gather round, everybody. Sit around the fireside. We're going to have a story time. Okay, so the other day I went to work, and y'all know It's the holidays, okay? What about like what is it called? Antibiotic medication. Antibiotic. Sierra, girl, I used to drink that shit by the freaking gallons. And me and my boyfriend LD, before we broke up, we lived in this little one bedroom efficiency, you guys. And we would buy those extra large bottles of NyQuil if we were like dead ass poor and just down that shit. Ugh, disgusting. I'm glad you like it, girl. Welcome to the family. Megan, isn't that crazy that we would do that? How many of you guys have tripped triple C's? Corticetin. How many of you guys have taken corticetin? Oh, you, Sierra! You just said it! Oh my God. Girl, you want to hear a story about triple C's real fast? Okay, real fast before I go into the next story. So, for those of you that are new to my channel, you're going to have no idea who this guy is. So, I'm going to have to start from the beginning. So, when I first got out of prison in 2010, I met this guy named Joe. Okay. Now, I didn't know this about Joe, but he only had one leg. So, I didn't find out that Joe had one leg until we were getting intimate. And he went to take his jeans off and he didn't have half of his leg. And I was just like, this guy's only got half a leg. It's all good though. It's all good. So this is, oh, and just so you guys know, this is just like literally me sharing with you crazy, stupid shit I did. Like this shit's not, this is not cool. You don't want to get high. You don't want to get arrested. You don't want to go to prison. You don't want to trip triple C's because it can kill you. Okay. Trigger warning. So I was dating this guy. He had one leg. Okay. Well, one-legged Joe liked to go behind my back and get on plentyoffish.com. So he would be on POF and he found this girl that I guess he thought she was fine or something. And he made a date with her and he drove up to Batesville, Arkansas to go stay the night with this girl. Well, come to find out, this motherfucker went and knocked on the door, and this girl came to the door looking like Amberlynn Reed, or Foodie Beauty. Like, I mean, just a big giant lady, okay? And listen, y'all know I'm a chunky girl. I'm a thick soul sister. I'm not talking about us thick girls with an extra little bit of junk in our trunk. I'm talking about 500, 600 pounder, okay? And the lady came to the door and he was just like, what am I going to do now? And so she went inside and they were hanging out and he decided he was going to trip those triple C's. So he took like a whole package, a package and a half or something like that. And so they took the triple C's and he said the next thing you know, it was like he went into this other dimension. And this girl had a poodle. The poodle had a missing eyeball and then one eye that bulged out real big. He got stuck on this bed with this poodle humping his leg and this girl laying beside him, this big old girl. Well, like 2 days go by, 48 hours. Bama, I was about to say, you probably heard this one. 48 hours went by and I had not heard from him. So I called his phone because I had a key to his apartment. I would go over to his apartment. I would clean the house. I would just like, he used me. I'll just go ahead and admit it. He used me and he abused me, and I would do whatever he told me to do because I was obsessed with his one-legged ass. I don't know what it was about this dude, but I was in love with him, you guys. And so 48 hours went by, and I called him, and I was like, are you okay? He could barely talk. He could barely talk. He was still fucked up. And I had to go drive 4 hours away to pick him up from this house. Dude, when I tell you guys this, it was like I had just turned down that TV show, the movie Wrong Turn, where you're like, Deliverance, near, 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 near. Near. Okay, that's where this place was at. There was no houses around, nothing. It was a trailer on this big lot of land with all these broke down cars around it. It was scary as fuck. Scary as fuck. But I had to go rescue him. So he ended up like getting to where he could at least drive his car out of there and follow me. And we got out of there. He drove behind me, literally, y'all. I'm telling you, we drove like 40 miles an hour. It took us probably 7 hours to get home. It was horrible. It was horrible. So that was one story. That was a triple C story. I I will never do those. After seeing him get stuck like that, no, ma'am. Not for me. Not for me. Yeah, yeah. And also I was a lot smaller back then. I was probably like 125 pounds. So he probably weighed like 150. He was short and stocky. He was also a redhead, y'all. So that's kind of crazy, huh? So it was a pretty bad trip. And he was stuck. When I say stuck, I mean like he couldn't move. It was really, really scary. Um, so that happened. Oh, let me tell you what happened the other day. So the other day I went into my work and one of the guys that works in the back in receiving, he was like, "Hey Nicole, do you want one of these rum balls?" And I've never had a rum ball before, so I was like, "Yeah, I'll take one." So I took one and he goes, "Be careful. They don't call them rum balls for nothing." So I had one and I swallowed it. You guys, these rum balls were so fucking strong. It probably had a whole shot of rum in it. That's how like when I swallowed it, I could feel the rum going down my throat, down my stomach, and warm in my stomach. You know what I'm talking about? So I called my husband and I was like, "You better be careful. Jeremy's got rum balls." and, and I was like, "And they're strong. You better not eat any of them. You might get pulled over and test positive on a breathalyzer because they were so fucking stout." I only had one. I wouldn't have any more. But I can imagine if you ate like 6 or 7 of those bitches, you would be fucked up. You never heard of a rum ball? It's like, okay, you see this? It's like this, and it's got chocolate cake inside of it, and then it was dipped in like white powder, and you just pop it right in your mouth. It's about that big. Yeah, you just right in your mouth. Chocolate, and then that white powder that you put on the outside of powdered donuts. They're actually really, really good, but they're really alcoholic. So I wouldn't recommend for someone that's in recovery that is an alcoholic to try one because it could trigger you bad. Like it didn't trigger me to want to use, but it was like really alcohol-y. Like if I was an alcoholic and like really struggled with alcoholism, I would have ran off and went and probably got a drink or something. Now there was a time when I was on alcohol real bad, but it was because I couldn't do other drugs. So I was trying to substitute. Sierra, whenever I got on meth, it was bad, girl. It was real bad. And I liked being like all high like that all the time because it helped me stay skinny. But I'm gonna tell you guys something right now. I'm happy where I'm at today. I don't want to get high anymore. I don't want to lose my life. I don't want to lose everything I've worked so hard for. Like, I love my life today. I enjoy being able to come on my channel and talk with you guys and share. Like, I love sharing like little crazy stories from my life, but I also love sharing like positive things that are changing for me and how much my life is better. Megan, it's dangerous. You shouldn't drink on Suboxone, like, because it can intensify the medication. So it's not a good thing. Drinking on subs can depress the respiratory system. Yep, Sierra, good job, girl. And you know what? I'll tell you guys a little thing. There was this guy that we went to the Suboxone clinic with, and he would not stop drinking, right? Like he was drinking just like 6 packs of beer. Um, and being on Suboxone. And the doctor kept on breathalyzing him when he would come in. And so they ended up telling him if he didn't stop, they were going to have to take him off Suboxone because it can make you stop breathing, just like benzos with Suboxone and everything. Anyone else in here not affected by alcohol? Like, I could drink a cup of whiskey every day and it wouldn't affect my sobriety. I don't do it ever, but I find it weird. No, Merc, there's some people that can do that. But for me, like, I'm an alcoholic. Okay, I would consider myself an alcoholic addict. Okay, like, if I can't find drugs, I will drink to get drunk. I'm never going to drink just a shot of whiskey. I'm never going to drink just a glass of wine. If I drink, it's because I want to feel a buzz. So that's why I don't drink. Because I know if I drink and I get a buzz, then I'm going to want to get high. Every time I ever get drunk, I want to get cocaine or I want to get methamphetamine so that way I can get up off my drunk. Do you know what I'm saying? And one of the really bad things that I would do was I would drink so much and I would drive. And I would drive me and my sisters around from club to club, me and my girlfriends around. And so I'm just really, 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 really fortunate that I didn't hurt anybody. That's how selfish I was. All I thought about was me and myself and I, and what I could do and what I wanted, you know? Yes, Leonard, I drank to get drunk as hell. And the thing about it is, it's like, it tastes like shit. So why else would you want to drink it? You know? But looked 40 something and he drank and took methadone daily and overdosed and passed the end of last year. Bam, a chick. Wow, that is so sad. My sister lost her ex-sister-in-law today from mixing alcohol and pills. Yep. And here's the thing, you guys, like, alcoholism by itself is deadly as fuck. Okay? There was a lady that was coming into the chat and she was sharing her stories with us. And she came in and who was it? It was somebody from YouTube that I'm friends with. I don't remember who it was, but I know it was somebody from YouTube. Anyway, her sister, was it her sister or her sister? Anyways, I think it was her sister. Her sister ended up drinking until she died. She ended up dying because she drank herself to death. Isn't that fucking horrible? And she had 2 kids and a husband. And she died because she bled out because all her organs and stuff. Alcohol is so dangerous, you guys. Like, I know a lot of people probably think, "Oh, drugs are so much worse," but alcohol is just as bad. It really doesn't matter. They're all horrible. Yes, Sierra, it was bad, girl. Like, I'm not proud of that, you guys. Please understand that. Like, I have a platform and I have to make sure I let you guys know, like, I am not proud of any of the things that I did when I was drunk and high. Okay? I laugh about it now because I'm past that. I'm overcome that, you know? I'm not going back to that life. That's right. Alcohol is a drug. That's right. It's a substance and it gets us addicted just like drugs do. So it's a drug too. It's funny to look back and realize, like, the stupidity of some of the things I would do, the selfishness of some of the things I would do, the just straight up, like, lack of awareness. Because I had no self-awareness, you guys. I was just so busy trying to make myself not feel. Okay? Because what addiction was for me was it was a way for me to check out of life, you know? And I always wanted to check out. I never wanted to be present. I didn't want to be here. And so when you guys call me and you tell me that you're struggling, and you don't feel like you can handle it and you don't want to be here, I know what you feel like. Okay, I remember. I'm telling you guys. Listen, I used to not want to live. I used to wake up every morning and have to search because I wasn't rich. I didn't have all the money in the world. So I either had to go out and steal, hustle, lie, cheat, do something illegal to get dope, then I would have to find, because towards the end of my addiction, my veins were shot. So I was having to shoot up in my breasts, in my legs, in my ankles. That's like not fun. Okay. It's horrible. And then I just would get so fed up with not being able to hit myself because I was so dehydrated. I would be locked in the bathroom, just screaming and yelling, right? And I wanted to not be here. I wanted to die. So when I hear you guys tell me that you felt like that, please don't think that I cannot sympathize or empathize with you, because I've totally been there. I've totally been there. But I'm going to tell you what happened for me. What happened for me is shit hit the fan. Shit hit the fan. Okay? DHS came to my house. Give us your kid. Uh-oh. Come on, you guys. It's just Mama. Hey, hey. It's just me. Hey, hey, hey. It's just me. I started drinking at 13 and took 30 years to finally quit. For many years, I drank almost every day. I don't know how I quit. I just got bored with the life. Hey, Joe. Well, I'm glad you got bored with it. I really am glad. What happened for me was something had to happen, you guys. Like, it had to be drastic. Hey, Hannah. I have never been able to tell if I'm drunk or not. I don't get the normal signs, plus lack of self-awareness. They are protecting me. That's how they do. Um, I wish I could have said that like I was getting bored with my life, but it wasn't like that at all. Like I was so trapped in that sickness of addiction that I would have just kept on doing it, you know? It took something very tragic happening. It took, my child being taken from me for me to wake up and pull my head out of my ass. Because I had just gotten so down on myself, I think, and I had just gotten so accustomed to doing that same thing over and over and over again. It was like it was just like it was what I did. I got fucked up, and so when it was time to get sober, um, it was something that things happened that forced me into changing my life. Do you understand what I'm saying? Which was the thing that had to happen. Like I needed to have something to push me because I had failed every other way, I got in a dark place many times and I'd feel ungrateful since I shouldn't even be alive statistically, but I am. So it made things worse. But now I'm grateful every day I wake up. And it really does make a difference if you can just start looking at things from a different perspective, huh? If you can start just waking up in the morning and being thankful, grateful, and blessed that the sun is shining and that you got air in your lungs, it really does make a difference, you guys. And I used to think people that would say that kind of stuff were full of shit. I'd be like, why do they act like life is so perfect? Because listen, it's not. Even in my sobriety, life is not perfect. I struggle every single day of my life, okay? There's some days where I think, am I even doing enough? Do I need to do more? I second guess myself all the time. I worry about people not getting enough help, or if I'm not like, I just worry about everything. I'm very much so a warrior, okay? And so it's just it's a struggle. It's a struggle, but it ain't near as bad as it was when I was in my active addiction. So I love my life today. I'm so fucking grateful. And I don't want you guys to ever feel like you don't have somebody to reach out to. You can always reach out to me here on Real Talk Recovery. It's hard unless one has kids or even pets. Your babies rely on you. Yes, Sierra, and that's what really helped me to make changes in my life because I had this son who depended on me. My son saved my life. If he hadn't been born, I would probably not be here. So I'm just so fucking grateful for my little boy. Because I had tried to have, well, I didn't try, like really try, but I had not tried to get pregnant. And I had never gotten pregnant except for one time when I was really, really young. and I was high and I had an abortion. And I'm not proud of that either. I was probably 22 or 23 when that happened. But maybe one day I'll tell the whole story to that. I think I've told it maybe one time on my channel. See, it's hard because I tell a lot of stories and then I don't remember if I told them or not. But my son saved my life, and I tell him that. I tell him that, that he saved my life. So, anyways, I love you guys. I love y'all so much, and I hope you have a really, really good night. I'm going to get off here, and I need to wrap up some last minute Christmas gifts. I'm going to come on later on when Neil gets home, so I'll come on about 8:30, 9 o'clock. It'll be later, though, okay? So, and we'll do like a little meditation before we go to sleep, all right? I love you guys. He is my saving grace. He is my saving grace. Like, he was literally an angel that was sent down from above to save my life. I love you guys. Have a good night, and I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys in a couple of hours. I'll be back on. You know how I am.